Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play Blades of Avernum. Last episode we began a new scenario, Magi of Catalon. Something like that. And it turns out what happened was, this province, Catalon, happened to have a bunch of, a tower of mages nearby that, well, they weren't necessarily in good with the Empire, or authorized by the Empire. But the locals didn't have a problem with them. They would be nice, help out with the harvest, help out with the cattle, and then they said they would bless the children, which ended up killing all the children in Catalan. So we're to go, kill the guy in charge, and any mage who is willing to surrender peacefully will be taken back for trial. So that's what we're going to do. Suffice to say, we're adventurers. The locals happen to love adventurers, and they're not happy about the Magi. Though at least they don't seem to be hostile to our mage. Either way, now that I think about it, hopefully the Anama don't show up, because otherwise they'd be getting a lot more converts about now. Anyway, East Farango, South Barrum's Keep, North Barricade. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what this structure is. You enter the small fort. It consists of a few medium-sized barracks, a kitchen, a smithy, and separate buildings for the officers. There aren't many soldiers in the fort at the moment. You locate an old quartermaster who seems to be in charge. He explains that most of the soldiers are at the two barricades or patrolling the lands near Barrum's Keep. You try to get some equipment from the old man, but he simply laughs you away. Didn't expect a little fort to be there, but okay. This road leads away from Catalan. South of here, there is a port city, which could take you away from Izo and back home. No, I want to stay. I'm not leaving yet. We just started, after all. A barricade was built here just in case the rogues would turn out to be more than you can handle. The barricade houses about 50 soldiers. The guards at the gate are ordered not to let anyone pass. This includes you. They point you to the north, towards the barricade there. And I see there's absolutely nothing beyond, so you know what? That's very interesting. All of this in Catalan, all of this. Apparently it does not exist. So I guess it really is just going to be this. It's going to be a much shorter scenario. Still, that is interesting. Okay. Well over a dozen soldiers are guarding this small pass. Their leader knows who you are, and he points you to the eastern barricade. You are to go through there and talk to Commander Tilly. You bid the soldiers farewell. Well, okay then. A closer examination of the fort reveals one thing. It is centuries old. Here and there the walls have crumbled in the course of time, and repairs have been made to fill the holes with fresh mortar. At some places you can see ancient granite. This fort is very old indeed. Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. Okay, in we go. The soldier sluggishly moves his sword to block your path and turns his head towards you. Sorry to bother you, but aren't you the adventurers? Do you have time for a few words? Of course, what do you wish to talk about? Just, you know, about the Magi and everything. Why are you loitering here? All because I can't keep my mouth shut. You see, the commander was giving the usual orders this morning, and it just so happened that I did not get any orders. Being the diligent soldier I am, I asked the commander what my post would be. Well, his exact words were, "You will guard the damned hallway, and I'll skin you myself if a single pebble falls from the ceiling." Yep, a bit high-strung our commander is. Is he always like that? I've been stationed in Catalan longer than he has, and since the moment he arrived, he's been in a terrible mood. And you obeyed that order? Franco throws you a concerned look. I wouldn't disobey that nutjob even if my life depended on it, and you did not just hear me say that. Okay. The soldier sluggishly moves his sword to... Okay. What's your take on the Magi? I'd only been stationed here for a month or so when it all went straight to hells. What shocked me when I first arrived here was when I found out that Mayor Landon had allowed the Magi to be here. The other soldiers even convinced me that they wouldn't cause any problems. What do you think, adventurers? If I had reported the Magi to the Empire, would any of this have happened? You're not seriously blaming yourself for all this, are you? I guess I am. What if I would have opened my mouth? Could I have prevented this? The young soldier looks crestfallen. I'm sorry, this is my problem and I'll deal with it. Thank you for your time. Franco turns away from you. That's odd. If you didn't know any better, you could swear that the soldier is loitering. He is hardly in stance. He is resting his sword on his shoulder, and you can practically count the level of idleness from his face. As he senses you approach, he smiles at you and raises and lowers his eyebrows quickly. Oh, you're the adventurers, aren't you? What can I do for you? Could you point me to the commander's office? Of course. Just turn right here, and then it's at the first door on your left and the first to your right. Everything appears to have signs. Oh, nice. Doesn't appear to be anything in these barrels, but we can go up onto the walls here. Since there is nothing on the south walls, you decide not to go there. Okay, I guess we're not. Let's see. Mage Lana. Okay. A fairly young woman dressed in the robes of a magi is wandering around this room. She occasionally stops to sit on her chair and reads a scroll, but soon continues wandering. She stops for a minute as she sees you enter the room. Ah, you must be the adventurers, correct? I am Lana, the Imperial Mage of Catalon. How may I help you? May we purchase spells from you? Oh, we can. Delightful. Lightning spray, yes. Actually, yeah, multiplier improve. Light improve. We can improve a lot here. I don't want to improve things too much. I mean, it does cost money. Lightning spray level 4. Okay, that's as far as that can go. I guess the spell barrier might be useful. Level 3 is probably good enough. Light and multiplier. I want light to last a long time. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good for now. Now don't go telling anyone about this. I know you're helping us and all, but after all that has happened here, I don't think Tilly would like that I'm teaching you anything. An Imperial Mage? Just how long have you been here? Well, of course, I wasn't here when the Rogues first came to Catalon. In fact, I'm a fresh graduate from one of the most respected colleges on the continent of Pralgad. This is my first assignment. Of course, the Empire only sent one mage to deal with dozens of rogues, so there isn't much I can do. I don't know how the bureaucrats do it. What can you tell me about the rogues? Oh, not a whole lot. I've questioned the peasantry, but nobody knows exactly what they are doing in their tower. I did find out, however, that the leaders of the rogues have even trained some of the children of Catalon to be magi. I did get a chance to scry the bottom floor of the tower a little before the rogues cut me off. All I saw were bunk rooms and some sort of beam projectors. Do you know anything about the leaders? The leader of the rogues is a man called Polonius. He was trained to be a mage at an imperial school of magic. I was able to look at his records before I was sent here. It would seem that he was found gifted in the art by his teachers, but also rebellious. He questioned the restrained way of teaching magic that the Empire has. Nonetheless, he graduated, but the records did not tell where he went after the graduation. I guess that's not a big mystery anymore. According to the peasantry, Polonius has 2 close aides. Unfortunately, I have no idea who those 2 might be. You couldn't scry any longer. Blocking a scry is relatively simple, especially if you have dozens of magi at your disposal. Polonius must have spotted my scrying and took whatever action to make sure I could not penetrate his defenses. Wait a minute, you're adventurous. Do you know anything about scrying? Well, we don't know much about scrying, but we do know much about magic, including that it's my greatest bane. Yes, that could do. Listen, scrying is not very hard at all. Lana tells you the basics of scrying, or more accurately, how you can use your magic skill to boost your scrying. After you've gotten the gist of it, Lana points to the door. Please, come with me to the room next to this one. It is much more easier for me to scry in there. Okay, can you identify my items? Yes? Okay. Lana strolls past you and leads you to the room next to her. There's a noticeable smell of incense in the air. Lana smiles. The scent helps me relax. Now please, sit around the brazier. You place yourself by the brazier and try to focus like Lana told you. Concentrate. Your head whirls as if you had just stepped through a teleporter. Images of grassy plains and forests swirl before your eyes for about a fraction of a second. Then suddenly all becomes black. I can't see anything. You hear Lana's voice inside your head. Her voice echoes through your head. Only because they are blocking us. We should be able to penetrate their defenses. Focus, Draco! Golems. You hear Lana's voice in your head. It looks like some kind of construction hall. Look at those golems. They seem strange. The rogues seem to be preparing for an attack. Let's see what else we can find. The view shifts as per Lana's will. All you're doing is helping her. That's a lot of guards. There, see? The rogues have covered the corridor leading south with runes. There must be something important there. Let's go in a bit deeper. Lana's voice is like a quiet whisper. Damn it. Looks like they found out about us. Can you move your legs? You open your eyes and see the worried face of Lana. So you made it back. It can be difficult after a block. Lana slaps her hands together. Did you feel that block? I could sense it there all the time. It just got very powerful at the end. No one can hold a block that precise for that long. They must have something. Lana looks at you in the eye for the first time. Ah, but thank you. That was helpful. Now if you'll excuse me. You leave Lana. Writing on the sign is unintelligible. Okay, that's interesting. So they're doing something with the Golem army, it seems. Okay, this room's empty. Nothing but trash and spider webs. Alright, moving on. Okay, a barracks room. Not taking anything out of here. Will those guards actually speak to us? No. Storage A. Not getting in there. Storage B, probably the same. Yep, not getting in there. Not getting in there. Not getting in there. The quartermaster grunts at you. Do you need something from the warehouses? I need some equipment to help me on my quest. We stored some equipment for you in Warehouse A. Hold on. The quartermaster walks sluggishly to Warehouse A and unlocks the door. Can you tell me anything about the Magi? No, I'm only here to assign equipment to soldiers. I don't concern myself with local politics. We were told that you have some kind of special equipment for us. Not by our commander, you weren't. Go talk to him first. Okay, then. Ooh, we've got loot here. What have we got? You open the wooden chest. It contains but one item, a strange wand. The wand has a polished crystal on top of it and unfamiliar runes on its shaft. Perhaps the quartermaster can tell you what the wand does. Wand of teleportation. Curious. Okay, healing elixirs. Steel javelins. Don't need those. We got control foes. Steel arrows. A lot of them. Steel bolts. Don't need those. Sell them. Unidentified plate mail. A steel longsword and plate boots. Not too bad. Okay, the plate boots I'm definitely going to use. But the steel longsword. 3 to 15... We can sell it. Alright, let's investigate this wand. Do you know what this wand does? Yes, I do. It is a wand of teleportation. The quartermaster takes the wand from you. You just do this to place a marker. The man waves the wand around and takes a step to his right. Then you activate the wand like this. The quartermaster disappears and reappears to the spot where he placed the marker. He gives the wand to you. Have fun! Sounds useful. Very useful. So that just led to another hall. Well, this is a big barracks. Nobody in here. Yoink. Another steel longsword. Another thing we can sell. Is your child a magic user? By I. M. Morian. Many of my esteemed colleagues have written books on detecting unlicensed magic wielders. However, when it comes to detecting the signs from your own youth, the task can be most difficult. Therefore, I have written this 20-point guide on telling if your child is a magic user. Chapter 1. Dark Clothes. Dark clothes, right. That doesn't necessarily mean your child's a magic user. It could just be he's going through a goth phase. Or be me. Ooh, haste potion. Okay. Another hallway. That probably leads out. I believe it was over here that the commander is, so let's look through other areas of this place first. Because it's how I roll. Okay, looks like this is a food and recreation area. The chef is busy preparing meat. He is carving it up with an impressive-looking meat cleaver. When he hears you approach, he sets down his cleaver and turns to you. "Oh, the adventures! Superb! I am batting. Damn fine to make your acquaintance, sirs." He offers you his hand, which is covered in blood from the meat. "Pleasure to meet you, Batting. Do you have time for a few questions?" Shake hands. You shake hands. After the process, your hand is drenched in blood. Fortunately, as an adventurer, you deal with this sort of thing all the time. You wipe your hand. "Of course, ask away." "Can you tell me anything about the Magi?" "Unfortunately, not as much as I would hope. I don't usually travel outside of Fort Prescott. All I know, sir, is that when they showed up, the cattle seemed healthier and the meat was more tender." "Do you enjoy being a chef here?" "Oh, it's a wonderful good, sir. Have you seen the plains yet?" Before you can open your mouth, Banning continues. "It's truly inspiring to see the ocean of cattle that graze the plains. Catalon's a beautiful area, I assure you." "Can I get something to eat?" Banning gestures to the meat in front of him. "As you can see, I'm preparing food right now, so if you would just wait for a few minutes in the dining hall, I'd be honored to prepare a meal for you." Oh my god, I just thought of something. Okay, call me crazy here, but here's my theory. I'm getting a theory already on what happened, because the thought in my head all this time was, why would the mages kill all the children when they say they were going to be blessing them? But it just hit me. We saw them making an army of golems. My theory is that what they did was not so much kill the children as much as take all their souls or spirits or life force out of them and send it to some sort of storage device. That thing that we saw zapping the golems may be zapping the children's souls into the golems in order to give them life. So the blessing that these mages are giving the children is turning them into eternally living, impossible to kill golems. Possibly also under their control. This sounds like I'm paranoid or making some sort of crazy theory, but that's my theory right now. Smoo, if I got it right on the second episode... Oh, I don't think most people would have figured that out. That's just a theory of mine. These shelves are filled with cookbooks and recipes written on a piece of papyrus. There must be hundreds of ways on how to prepare a pork written down here. You find nothing useful. Okay. It's just my theory. Okay, that's just a couple guards. Small steel shield, nothing there. Nothing there. Fine leather armor. Oh, we can go up onto the north walls. But not any further. No, I do not want to jump off a ledge. That would be a stupid idea. No, I do not want to jump off a ledge. Huh, interesting. We can go into that area from here. No, I do not want to jump off a ledge, and I don't know why I'm saying it in this particular way. I'm weird. Sue me. Well, this room hasn't been used much. Okay, that appears to be everything on that side. All that's left is this end. Alright. Yeah, we could have picked the lock into here. And picked this lock. Steel chainmail. And silver coins. What's the steel chainmail protection worth? 1 to 20 plus 6. Better than the iron chainmail, so I will give this to Bonnie. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing. Nothing. Iron arrows, don't really need those. lightning spray scroll, but this is all marked not mine, and there's guards right outside. I'm not going to take from there right now. Take this! Couple guards. Okay. Okay, that's him. So, okay, this is another training hall. Nothing we can take. Okay. Alright. Closing the door. Closing the door. There we go. Now, let us speak with the commander. The commander looks at you from his desk. You can see that he is roughly in his early 40s. You can't be sure, but you think he let out a quiet sigh when he saw you. He gestures at the chairs in front of him. I'm Commander Tilly. Please, sit down. He seems a bit standoffish. What can you tell me about this fort? It's an old barricade that we use. Any further questions? What can you tell us about our mission? I'm sure you talked to Shylock and the peasantry, so I don't have anything to add about the rogues in general, but... Tilly unrolls a map. The rogues are situated directly to the north. They built, with the help of the Catalonians, thick walls surrounding their tower. Our mage Lana was able to scry this about the walls. Marching through the front gates would require at least a regiment of Empire soldiers. Tilly throws you a quick, mean look. However, our scouts reported, since Lana has had some trouble scrying the tower again, that the walls have a weak point on the east side. That is where you come in. Does this have something to do with the equipment you have for us? Tilly nods. Indeed it does. That traitor Landon suggested that a small band of adventurers could penetrate the walls using a powerful explosive. So we acquired one from the alchemists of Deca Carborough. Talk to the quartermaster. He'll let you into the warehouse to get the explosive. You are dismissed. There are still some more questions we would like to ask. I told you everything you need to know, and if you were soldiers, you would have given me the excuse to raise my voice. But no! You're adventurers. What is it that you want? You seem hostile towards us. Why? I am in no way hostile towards you personally. It just infuriates me that a band of adventurers from Valorum, of all the places, is called to deal with an obvious rebellion, instead of using Empire soldiers. But if you use adventurers like us, then Empire soldiers will not be harmed. Every soldier damn well knew when they joined the army that they could get killed. Bah! If this is all you're going to ask me, then good day. Tilly returns to his paperwork and ignores the further questions. Are there any small jobs we could do? Tilly leans back in his chair and gives you a long, mean look. Then he turns back to his paperwork and, without even looking at you, says, No. Okay then. Let's go speak to the quartermaster. Quartermaster, we were told that you have some kind of special equipment. Ah, yes, that. Just a minute. The quartermaster walks to the warehouse across him and unlocks the door. You enter the dusty warehouse. Looks like the soldiers have not been using this one at all. Cobwebs fill one corners, and the counters are dusty, and there's nothing on them but trash. In the corner to your left, you see a barrel. This must be the explosive. You grab the huge explosive and manhandle it on your back. It is incredibly heavy. The weight comes from explosive powder, then walking around with it tied to your back does not sound intriguing at all. Yeah, I doubt it would. Didn't mean to step in that. Since there's nothing on the south walls, okay. Well then, we have what we came here to get. I'm going to run back to town just to sell the few things we happen to have. Because I can, after all, and probably should. Also, we have something that needs to be identified, which actually is back in the fortress. Right. You are the one who identifies. There we are. Steel plate mail. Just regular steel plate mail. I think that's going to go on chic. I mean, the scrap metal mail plus 30 damage to attacker, that's fairly nice, but the steel plate mail gives more protection, so we'll use that. So I'll sell the scrap metal mail that I happen to have for some reason. Right, we'll sell the items we got. The shop is closed. Come back when the sun is up. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Did not expect that. Alright, let's just nap for a bit, I guess. Though I have a feeling it's probably not what we're supposed to do. This may be a time-related thing, but anyway. Take the one on the hall to your left. Oh, and you don't need to pay for the room, I insist. It's payment off when you take those bastards down. You thank Cedric and head for your room. The room is very cozy. Easily doze off. The sun is up! What do you mean when the sun is up? The sun is up! Why is the sun not coming up? This doesn't make sense to me. Oh, come on! The sun is clearly up and it's clearly day. What the hell? Fine, I guess I'm carrying these heavy things around with me. Okay. Next episode, I'm going to end this episode here because it seems a decent stopping point. Next episode, we will head north and investigate the area around the tower. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.